This is the fourth Yazole watch I have reviewed, and I think this is the most ultra budget one so far. This watch, packed and sent from Shenzhen in China, costs just $3. That's $3. So let's have a look at what you get. $3. Good day to you all, and welcome back to another BBW review. Today we have the Yazole 318 quartz watch, and again, this is the most ultra budget watch. But regardless of just being $3, it far hits above its weight. Now, going quickly through the basic dimensions and materials. The case itself is, of course, the basic alloy case. The case shape is absolutely standard as you can get. No real design cues there. Just a simple pie dish body with lugs that slope slightly downwards to hug the wrist. The depth of this from base to the flat mineral crystal is 10 millimeters. So already we're looking at a watch that may possibly serve as a dress watch. But the one thing that may detract it from being a dress watch is the diameter. It is a 40 millimeter diameter, and for dress watches that may be about 1 or 2 millimeters too big. But in all purposes it does suit the style of being a dress watch. The lug to lug is 48 millimeter, so should fit the skinniest of wrists like my own. And you have a 20 millimeter lug width, very standard and very easy to change straps. But I wouldn't change straps on this watch, which I'll come to later. You have a standard push-pull crown, which is about 5.5 millimeters. And now onto the dial. The dial actually looks different in the real than it does on video. It's an actually off-white dial. It's a nice colour. It's kind of cream or off-white. The buttons and the hands, you can't really see here, but they are blued. You can catch a brief glimpse there. They're not black, they're blued, and they are all applied. You have simple buttons on most of the hour markers with Romans at the 12 and the 6. Below the 12 you have an applied Yazole logo, which is also in blue, and the name printed below that. And above the 6 you have printed quartz and the watch model 318. In between the markers you have small printed buttons for the minutes. The handset, as I mentioned, you can't really see here, but they are blued and they do look really nice against that off-white dial. The hour and the minute kind of fatten in the middle and taper down to a point. The minute hand looks long enough, as does the hour hand, so about the right size. The second hand is a simple stick hand, which doesn't quite reach the minute markers on the chapter ring. Now, if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that one way I like to check the movement of the quartz beneath this dial is to check if the minute hand jumps when setting. So I'm going to put it, this time the 12 is a bit too busy, I'm going to put the minute hand over the 5, and when I push it in, does that minute hand jump? Let me center that a bit more. And it doesn't. And that's generally a sign that the crown action and the movement are quite good, considering this costs, again, $3. Now, with the basic information on the back of the case is the name, stainless steel back, which means the rest of the case is alloy, and water resistant. Now, being water resistant, you're only going to get 30 millimeters of water resistance. Let's have a look at this strap. Now the back of the watch carries the same bland basic information that all Yazoles do. It states it's a stainless steel back, which is showing you that the rest of the case is indeed alloy. You have the brand name Yazole in the center and water resistant. Now when it has no measurement for water resistance, it kind of defaults to 30 meters, so no swimming with this thing. Now onto the strap. So we have a 20mm lug width which tapers down to 18, and you have adequate number of holes, so you shouldn't need to cut anymore. I haven't, and I do have a very thin wrist. Standard buckle and hang, which is not too floppy. It's better than most, especially at this price. Now the keepers, you have one fixed and one floating. Now the quality of the strap itself, I was really impressed. It looks kind of weathered as it is. It's such a supple and soft strap, and it's so comfortable on the wrist. I was so impressed with how soft it is. So quite a good quality leather. No complaints there with the strap. So there you have it. All in all, it may be a touch too big for a dress watch, but I would still class it as one. So my general summary and observations of this watch is, from Yazole, I was not surprised at me liking it. Regardless of it costing $3, they haven't compromised too much. The case is of course very, very basic, but the watch face is quite well done, and they do have applied indices and a nice set of hands. It does give it a nice dress watch feel. So I would indeed recommend this, even at twice the price of $6. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again on another BBW review. Until then, take it easy.